Did you know the bat-eared fox has an incredible superpower hidden in its giant ears? Stick around to uncover this amazing adaptation and learn what it takes to care for one as a pet. All right, let's talk about one of the quirkiest and cutest exotic animals out there, the bat-eared fox. With their oversized ears, playful antics, and those piercing little eyes, they might seem like the perfect furry companion, but hold on to your hats because owning one of these fascinating creatures is no walk in the park. Today we'll dive into everything you need to know about keeping a bat-eared fox as a pet. Spoiler alert, it's not as easy as their adorable faces make it seem. First things first, laws. Before you even think about sharing your home with a bat-eared fox, you need to check your local and national regulations. Depending on where you live, you might need a permit, or they could be outright illegal to own. Why? Well, it's not just about their cute little noses. Many areas have restrictions on exotic pets due to concerns about health, safety, and ethical issues. Bat-eared foxes are still wild animals, and their care often requires specialized knowledge. Make sure you cross all your T's and dot your I's before proceeding. Trust me, getting fined or having your pet confiscated is not the kind of adventure you want. Now, if you're lucky enough to live in an area where they're allowed, ensure you fully understand the responsibilities. Keeping an exotic pet isn't just a commitment, it's a lifestyle change. Let's talk real estate. Bat-eared foxes are not your typical indoor pets. Forget dog crates or cozy cat beds. These animals need some serious space. A proper enclosure should be large. We're talking about an outdoor setup with secure fencing at least 8 to 10 feet high and a dig-proof base. These little escape artists love to dig, so don't skimp on that foundation. To keep them entertained, include logs, rocks, and tunnels for climbing and exploring. Think of it as building a playground for an energetic toddler who just happens to have 4 legs and a tail. Since they hail from the African savanna, their enclosure also needs shaded areas to escape the heat. No air conditioning required, but a cool, shady spot is essential for their comfort. Safety is paramount. Double-check your fencing for weak points. These foxes are smarter than they look and have a knack for finding escape routes. Proactive measures will save you the heartache of a runaway fox. Moving on to their diet, bat-eared foxes are not your average meat and kibble kind of eaters. In the wild, they feast on termites, ants, and beetles, which makes them nature's pest control service. These insects provide high protein and hydration, making them a perfect fit for their needs. In captivity, replicating their natural diet is crucial. That means plenty of live insects like mealworms and crickets, along with lean meats, eggs, and the occasional fruit or vegetable. Some commercially available exotic pet food formulated for small carnivores can help round out their diet, but don't rely on it alone. Variety is the spice of life, even for foxes. Pro tip, feeding time is a great opportunity to provide mental stimulation. Scatter their food around the enclosure or hide it in puzzle feeders. It keeps their brain sharp and prevents boredom. Because a bored bat-eared fox, that's a recipe for chaos, and maybe even a shredded enclosure. Speaking of chaos, let's talk about energy levels. Bat-eared foxes are like furry little athletes with boundless stamina. They need daily exercise to stay healthy and happy. A large enclosure helps, but you also need to provide enrichment activities. Consider setting up obstacle courses or introducing toys that encourage digging and foraging. Trust me, watching them figure out a new puzzle is half the fun. And remember, mental stimulation is just as important as physical exercise. You want a fit and happy fox, not one plotting its next great escape. Social interaction is another key aspect of enrichment. Spend time with them daily to build trust and strengthen your bond. Just keep in mind they're naturally cautious, so patience is your best friend. Now, grooming. The good news, bat-eared foxes are pretty low maintenance in this department. Their short fur doesn't require much brushing, but regular grooming sessions can help you bond with them. Plus, it's a good way to check for any health issues like skin irritations or parasites. And let's not forget those iconic ears. Keep an eye on them for wax buildup or debris. A quick wipe with a damp cloth should do the trick. Just be gentle. Those ears are more sensitive than your buddy who cries during commercials. Routine grooming not only ensures they look good, but also helps prevent potential health problems before they escalate. Training a bat-eared fox, it's not impossible, but let's just say you're not going to turn them into a fetch champion anytime soon. These are wild animals, not domesticated pets. That said, with patience and positive reinforcement, reinforcement, you can teach them basic commands and behaviors. Use treats to encourage them to come when called or to redirect unwanted behaviors. Consistency is key here, and remember, training is as much about managing your expectations as it is about teaching them tricks. Think of it as building a respectful partnership rather than trying to dominate them. Bat-eared foxes are naturally shy and may take time to bond with humans. In the wild, they live in pairs or small groups, so they're social creatures at heart. If you have the space and resources, consider keeping a pair. But, and this is a big but, introducing another fox requires careful socialization to avoid conflicts. Also, prepare yourself for some natural quirks. They might dig up your yard, mark their territory, or get noisy at night. These behaviors aren't bad when they're just part of who they are. Learning to manage these quirks will make your life as a bat-eared fox owner much easier. Keeping a bat-eared fox healthy requires regular veterinary care. Find a vet experienced with exotic mammals and schedule checkups to keep vaccinations and preventative treatments up to date. Diseases like rabies and distemper can be a risk, so don't skip those shots. Also, watch for signs of stress or illness like changes in appetite or behavior. These little guys are experts at hiding discomfort, so stay vigilant. Early detection can make all the difference in ensuring a long, healthy life for your furry friend. Now let's get back to those giant ears. Remember when I mentioned their superpower? Here's the deal. Those massive ears aren't just for hearing. They also help regulate body temperature in the blazing African heat and detect insects buried underground. It's like having built-in air conditioning and sonar. Pretty cool, right? To create the perfect environment for your bat-eared fox, think safety and stimulation. Secure fencing, plenty of enrichment, and a climate-appropriate setup are non-negotiables. Mimicking their natural habitat is the best way to keep them happy and healthy. Keep dangerous items out of reach, avoid toxic plants, and make sure their enclosure is escape-proof. Remember, these are clever creatures. If there's a weak spot, they'll find it. The more effort you put into their environment, the more content they'll be. Now here comes the million-dollar question. Do bat-eared foxes make good pets? Well, here's the honest answer. No, they don't. They're undeniably fascinating and adorable, but their needs are far too specific for the average household. These animals thrive in their natural habitat or under the care of experienced exotic animal professionals. For most people, admiring them from afar is the best option. Owning one may sound exciting, but the reality is a full-time commitment with challenges that are not for everyone. Bat-eared foxes may be adorable and fascinating, but they are best suited to their natural habitat or the care of experienced exotic animal professionals. For most of us, it's better to admire their unique adaptations and playful antics from afar. Next up, which brightly colored crab gets its name from a spooky holiday and has a knack for digging burrows to create the perfect lair? Here's a hint. It's as colorful as it is mysterious. Can you guess the name? Stick around for the video reveal. If you enjoyed learning about these quirky creatures, be sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, and check out our other videos for more fascinating animal facts. Until next time, take care.